What's up? It's your boy Kayola. Back at you with another lesson. It's the first lesson, right? Okay. Back at you, but with your first lesson. Today's lesson, we will go over lyricism. Now, the dictionary defines lyricism as an artist's expression of emotion in an imaginative and beautiful way. And I feel that's true. More leaning toward the poetry side, but as far as rap, I feel like there are two different examples of lyricism. One is, you ever heard the term, there's nothing new under the sun? Well, that's true. Rap has been around for decades. So it's not really a lot of shit that you can say that hasn't been said before. So you have to find a way to say the same old shit, the same old things in a newer, fresher, and doper way. And the other example is taking your words and creating visuals out of them, imagery. A great rapper is able to paint a picture. So with our first example, we're going to go to GoldLink's crew. And surprisingly enough, I'm not going to go to GoldLink's verse because a lot of people mistake lyricism as being able to say a lot of words, fit a lot of words into a verse, or being able to rap fast, but that's not lyricism. That's just rapping. Lyricism is much more than saying the words. It's about, like I said, saying the same old stuff in a doper way or painting a picture. And surprisingly enough, we're gonna go to Shy Glizzy's verse. You know, the, hey, nice to meet, I'm Young Hefe, who you be? There are two great examples in this verse that I'm going to cover. Shy Glizzy says, tell them that we ain't stunting it. Fourth down, we ain't punting it. Okay, you automatically get the visual of this nigga walking out on the field with a football and punting it. But basically what he's saying is, we not going for that shit. We down with whatever. Now, he could have said, we not going with that shit, we down for whatever, and it wouldn't have had the same effect as him saying, tell him we ain't stunting it, fourth down, we ain't punting it. He's taking a song where they're talking about women, and he's putting himself on a fucking football field, punting the football. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's dope about it, because he could have said it any other boring way, but he used a football metaphor. And another line in the verse that I like, this is my favorite one, where he says, this shit really a jungle, gorillas and anacondas. Another thing, he's painting a picture of his hood being a fucking jungle, saying with gorillas and anacondas. You know what I'm saying? He could have said, my hood is crazy with wild niggas and snitches. Now, that doesn't have the same effect as saying, this shit really a jungle, gorillas and anacondas. He's basically painting a picture of his hood being this fucking wild atmosphere with fucking hard niggas, you know what I'm saying, the gorillas, and untrustworthy individuals, snakes, anacondas. You know, perfect example of saying the same old shit in a different way. Now, for my second example, the painting pictures using imagery, we're going to move to Kendrick Lamar's Cartoon and Cereal. And we're not going to go over Kendrick's verse because we all know, you know, Kendrick is dope and there's millions of examples. But instead, we're going to go to Gunplay's verse because, to be honest, this is one of my favorite fucking verses of all time. I might get a lot of shit from this, but I feel like Gunplay killed Kendrick on this track. Kendrick, you know, he's dropping these metaphors and he's dropping imagery and everything. He's rapping fast and all that, and that's cool, but I really felt Gunplay's verse. We're going to start with the line, salt all in my wounds, hear my tears all in my tunes. Average rapper would have just said, you hear the pain in all my verses. Or, you know, you hear the hurt in my songs. But Gunplay's painting the picture in your mind when he says, salt all in my wounds, hear my tears all in my tunes. Gunplay's painting the picture in your mind when he says, salt all in my wounds, hear my tears all in my tunes. It would have been different if him saying the pain in my verse. It's like saying the blood is dripping out of my ink pen onto the paper. Like when you hear that, you see the blood dripping on the paper. And this is where we get into a little bit more advanced lyricism when you have double meanings and double entendres. He's saying one thing, but he means a whole different thing. Hear the tears all in my tunes. He's saying you can hear the pain in my verses, but he said it in such a beautiful way. You get that image of him crying in the booth, him crying when he's rapping. Okay, another one. When he says, just another stat to the white folks, still whip work to the white yoke, absolutely. Now, how many times have we heard, I'm in the kitchen cooking, I'm in the kitchen cooking crack? It doesn't have that same effect when a rapper is saying that versus him using the metaphor of whipping work to the white yoke. So you get the visual of this motherfucker in the kitchen scrambling eggs, but he's really saying he's in the kitchen cooking crack. And it's another perfect example of painting that picture. He could have went with the same old cliche, whatever these trap rappers are using, but he dug a little deeper and got an image out of the same old trope. Another one, because let's go to another, because this fucking verse is insane. Every day feel like the one before. Hunt the money, don't hunt the hoe. Now, basic line, but when you break it down, he could have said, chase after the money, don't chase these bitches. And it wouldn't have had the same effect because you've heard that time and time again. But when he says, hunt the money, don't hunt the hoe, I get the visual of this motherfucker in a loincloth with a spear chasing after dollar bills in the fucking jungle. You know what I'm saying? Another picture in your mind. You know, he dug a little deeper. He could have said the same old basic stuff and it wouldn't have had the same effect. But when he's saying he's hunting the money, you get a picture. Another line. I ain't seen the back of my eyelids for about the past 72 hours. He could have said that he ain't slept in 3 days and he tired as fuck. But when he says he ain't seen the back of his eyelids for the past 72 hours, you get the visual of this motherfucker's eyes is bloodshot red and he's just tired, just trying to get this verse out. He's been grinding all day, all night, you know, and he paints a portrait with that small, those two small lines. That's what separates a great rapper from the good rapper, because the good rapper, he's going to go for the easy line. You know, I ain't slept in 3 days, but Gunplay is saying he ain't seen the back of his eyelids for the past 72 hours. It's more direct and it makes it more visual when he puts it that way. Let's go to another one. Mama, how much trauma can I sustain? Dirty money come with lots of stains. Road to riches come with lots of lanes. Another example. Dirty money come with lots of stains. I hear that and I see these fucking wrinkled ass $1 bills with dirt stains on them and fucking fingerprints all on them and they soggy and shit. And when he says road to riches come with lots of lanes, I just see a fucking freeway with all these different lanes going all these different ways. Once again, it's painting that picture. When you can turn the basic line into something more visual, it just makes it better for the listener, because music is all audio. You know, whether somebody's riding around listening to the music, if they're sitting in a dark room with their eyes closed and their headphones in their ears, it's more than just bumping along to the track, hearing the words. You're listening to the track and you're also getting a visual of what the rapper is saying. And those small things are the small things that separate the good rappers from the great rappers. Being able to take the same old shit, the same old lines, the same old stereotypes, the same old cliches, but making it something visual, something more beautiful, something different. And that's it in a nutshell, man. So if you want to be a better lyricist, if you want to write better lyrics, you have to take those generic lines that you got, and a lot of the greatness in rapping, it comes from rewriting. So like me, for example, I'll write a verse and I'll go back and I'll look over line after line after line, and I'll look at each line and I'll be like, this line is okay, but it seems a little weak. It could be stronger. How do I say the same thing but get a better effect from it, get a bigger impact from it. And when you do that more, you find yourself writing better lyrics. You know, just not being satisfied with the same old, but trying to be better, trying to write something a little bit better. And that's in a nutshell, man. So it's another quick lesson. Well, it's the first lesson, right? Well, it's a quick lesson. And stay tuned for my next video. If you guys got any suggestions, any topics you want me to cover, just let me know. Leave them in the comments. Email me, DM me, whatever, you know. I'm going to be coming with a lot more videos. I think my next one will be about flow or melody or something like that. But thanks for tuning in. It's your boy K-Yola. Till the next time.
That's why I do it on a daily basis. I might die tonight, I'm making sure my day amazing. I ain't complaining long as a nigga pay is racing. Got me going in on a fucking daily basis. And I don't need special occasions when you see a nigga with all of these chains on, yeah. They better link up with the gang, it's either that or all them niggas getting rained on, yeah.